Welcome back to Chow Time Pods. Your host, Red. I got a video today from Anton Daniels.
I told my boyfriend what my body count was, and now we're not together. I understand some
Because it
people don't like
matters.
their partner's body count sometimes and that it can be a deal breaker. But my boyfriend and I have been together for 6 months, and he finally, for the first time, asked me what my body count was. I told him I'm not going to be super specific, but let's just say it's more than 10, but less than 20. And he got very upset at me. He started saying things like, "You're a woman, you should hold yourself to higher standards." He said women that are promiscuous should be treated as thoughts. And I obviously got offended by that because he was clearly referring to me. Anyways, we
Because he sees you as one now.
made up, but for the past week, he's just been showing so many signs that he doesn't trust me and that he's clearly not over the conversation.
Because again, I killed some people. You can consider me a murderer. I can't be offended by that because that's what I am slash is, were, whatever it is, right? Because it's the truth. It's the past. If a person doesn't want to deal with a murderer, I can understand they don't want to deal with me. They can still, and they're allowed to call me a murderer because that's what happened. Like, even if it was self-defense or whatever it is, I still took someone's life, right?
Like now he always wants to see my location, which he didn't used to before. I try to talk to him about it, being like, you can talk to me, like, what's going on? And he's just still so resentful about my body count. He says that he can't stop thinking about it, like he can't stop thinking about me with other guys, and says that he can't believe that many guys used me. He was getting pretty heated with the conversation, and it came to a point where he literally called me a slut to my face. I didn't say anything. He just saw my face and he quickly backtracked, saying, "No, you're not a slut now, you were in your past, and I'm willing to get over it because I love you." Yeah, no, you're not gonna call me a slut and be in a relationship with me. That's not gonna happen. Firstly, I don't even think my body count is that high. Secondly, I
It's not hard.
would never ever cheat on him or anybody else. So I just feel like he's being super unfair and he's showing a side that I didn't know.
So wait. You got offended because he addressed the behavior that you were having, and it's so funny to me because people don't think that body count is important, but it absolutely is important.
Hell yeah, it is.
For several different reasons, which I'll get to later. But my whole point is, I think that this is a conversation that both of y'all should have exposed and had prior to even getting into a sexual relationship in which y'all would then call each
I
other
can agree with
boyfriend and
this.
girlfriend. And I'm assuming that y'all wanted it to lead to marriage because being transparent is a safety issue. It's also, a defining moment for what the behavior is possibly going to look like in the future. And it honestly tells the story of whether or not you truly care about preserving yourself for the person that you're truly going to be with. And I know that we've been through this whole body positivity movement and, my body, my choice, whatever, you can do whatever it is that you want to do when you want to do it. However, the most precious thing from a man's perspective in most instances is a woman's womb or her ability to give herself over to the person that she truly loves. And if a whole bunch of other people got for free or little to nothing, or it wasn't any effort, or you went through a whole bunch of people prior to getting to him and he's cherishing you and exalting you as though you've been with anybody, that is going to be a problem for most men.
True.
Now, you can sit here and say that it shouldn't be, or you can give your opinion about whether or not men should care about your body.
I mean, some men don't care. It's okay that you don't care. But guess what? Most men do. And most men are going to feel a way about it. Doesn't matter if you don't feel a way about it.
Count or not, but we do. It's important. And in most instances, you don't even have to know whether or not the body count is an exact number to know whether or not she's
Yeah, you just need to know it's past a certain number.
been in the streets. And just because you reform, I like to think about it from this lens, right? Let's say that a person was a former crackhead, or they used to do multiple different drugs, maybe crack.
I'll tell you now, I know where he's going with it, and I would not want to deal with a person like that. A former crackhead, a former drug addict, like a true drug addict, I don't want to deal with that type of person.
Maybe heroin, maybe a little Fenty, right? From a honest perspective, as far as what they used to do and be on the streets doing on a regular basis inside of a house, inside of a crack house and stuff, do you think that it would be pertinent and important for them to disclose what their previous life was
Correct.
before you get into a
Hell
relationship?
yeah.
Just a question.
I mean, just them being a druggie, especially if they're using needles and things like that, they might have certain diseases and certain things that you don't know about because they've been in this lifestyle.
blowing up my phone, saying that he's sorry and whatnot, but I don't know if I should forgive him.
Don't mind this, but we're twinning. Can any red pillars please explain to me the logic behind, and I mean logic, I mean give me a logical, rational explanation that is not rooted in emotional, like, response or ego, because they're all, like, ego. Why is a girl having a body count of 10 one night stands worse and
Jeez.
used up, but a girl who's had a boyfriend for, like, 3 years and, like, presumably fucked him, like, 600 times?
They just think the act itself is what's damaging. It's not the act, it's the amount of partners. You can do the act with the same person and still pair bond fine with that person. You can do the act with maybe 2 people and still maybe pair bond with 2 people. But once it gets beyond 5 or 4, it becomes a problem.
Not used up because she only has a body count of 1, right? In the first scenario, only 10 penises have entered her vagina, but in the second one, a penis has entered her vagina 600 times. But red pillars will swear up and down that the first one is used up and the second one isn't, because all their argument is rooted in ego, because they can't stand the fact that 10 men had access to the girl that they want before they did.
But wait a minute. So she's basing quantity as a part of the equation, and then
Correct.
she's referring it back to red pillars, right? Which I don't understand this whole, well, won't red pillars tell you this? Because it's not about red pill, blue pill, pink pill,
It
black
isn't.
pill, whatever pills you want to get into. It's really all about logical,
And what men truly want. It's not like men saw a red pill and was like, oh yeah, I don't like body count. No, men already had a way about body count. And then red pill came along and were like, yeah, no, I feel that exact way.
and a logical explanation as to why people feel the need to be promiscuous, to have multiple different people. First of all, first and foremost, it's a safety issue for people that have been with multiple different people, that have also been with multiple different people, coming back and sleeping with you. It's not always all about ego, although, being territorial over the person that you love, and then you spending time and resources and money and love and affection and getting to know a person and pouring your all into a person that has given her womb over to random men on a one night stand is much different than a person having a regular sexual relationship with a person monogamously, especially if you're in a marriage.
True.
It's way different. It's a completely different experience from a person that loves you and gives their body to you or whatever, so on and so forth, versus a person that has been with a whole bunch of people, that probably slept with a whole bunch of people. It's not even comparable.
The second girl only has 1. So again, please explain to me in a way that is rational and not rooted in your weird ego why one thing
No, this irrational. She knows it's rational, but she doesn't want to accept it.
is
Got it.
used up and the other one that's happened way more times is totally cool.
This might be my wokest take, but I think that men invented body count to purposefully suppress women because they
How did men invent
An Asian
body
woman.
count?
An Asian woman think men invented body counts.
How come body count is not just body count?
It's called the past.
Think about what this.
So stupid. She just made all Asians look dumb with this one take right here, man.
Men invented body count before we even get to whatever it is that she gonna say. Or maybe body
How
count
do we
was just body
invent
count.
body count?
so jealous that women can basically sleep with whoever they want. And to them, being able to sleep with somebody is one of
Anybody
the
can sleep with
biggest
whoever.
advantages, privileges, and pleasures in life. And they didn't want women to be the ones who get to enjoy that privilege because they know how easy men are. So then they created this narrative under the guise of morality and self-respect so that women would not have the opportunity to live men's personal dreams.
I mean, just looking at her, you can see the soulless ran through in her.
It's not our personal dream to sleep with a whole lot of people. It's our personal dream to build a family, to be monogamous, to live under God's covenant, and to not get any diseases.
Diseases
from
is a
dealing
big
with
one.
People that who knows if they're truly disclosing what it is that they've been a part of.
I mean, we've covered enough stories and videos to say they ain't disclosing that stuff.
I don't really know whose personal dream it is to be out here in the streets. That's not a dream. That's a nightmare.
I could not care less about how many men a woman has been with before she met me. Nor would I judge her if she lived a lifestyle that's different than the one she lives today in her past. And I feel this way because I know that I would hate to be judged by those measures. Everyone is dealt a different hand of cards at the start of their life, and life is full of seasons. The person...
Like, imagine I was a major drug dealer. I'm not saying I was a major, I'm saying I used to be a drug dealer. All right, I'm gonna have to. Maybe I don't know if I can say things or not. I'm gonna have to. Never mind. I was a bad person in my early days, and now I'm not a bad person. I mean, according to you guys too, hopefully. But doesn't mean they can't judge me from my earlier days, right? Like I wasn't smart enough to put my head down and grind and make money and do these things. I made a lot of mistakes. You know, some people don't want to deal with someone that made a lot of mistakes.
The person you were 5 years ago or 5 months ago could be vastly different than the person you are today, depending on whether or not you've evolved and grown.
True.
That's what I care about. I don't care about what you've done. I care about, have you learned from it? Have you evolved as a result of it? Where are you today?
But most of the time, people don't learn from it, don't evolve from it. They repeat their same mistakes constantly throughout their life.
Because I'm not dating the person that used to exist. I'm dating the person you are right now. And that's who I want to get to know.
This is so weak, and this is such a beta perspective. And this whole diversity, equity, and inclusion, your past don't matter. Your past is literally a reflection of what your future is possibly going to be, because
It's like, does your FICO score not matter? Does your credit score matter? Because that's all of your past.
behavior is something that's learned. It's not something that you get over. You understand what I'm saying?
Correct.
Like, even if somebody was an alcoholic, they're still an alcoholic, and it's one of the ways in which they suppress the thing that they've learned to become addicted to. And that's why when they go into an AA meeting, they say, "Hi, my name is such and such, and I'm an alcoholic." And it doesn't matter if they've not been an alcoholic for the last 20 years. They keep that pen as a reminder so that they don't go back into the thing that they used to do, because inherently that's the thing that they still love. And so if somebody tells me that your past behavior is not an indication, nor should it be considered for who it is that you should be, or whether or not you should be considered for anything, and I don't care if it's for a job, maybe we should allow for people that has done some of the most egregious things in society because they paid their debts to society. Maybe we should consider them for some of the same jobs as other people, or for some of the things that we know may be sensitive to other people, and we shouldn't take their past into consideration. We should just let them come in and do whatever it is that they want to do. Why do we have a sex offenders list if your past doesn't matter, right?
Why do we have a 3 strikes rule if your past doesn't matter?
Why do we have resumes that give you an insight into whether or not a person was or is on a particular job, and then we vet through it, not just for the
And why does education and credentials matter? Going to get your degrees matter? It's in the past. It's not right now.
experience part, but to see if you job hop, to see if you was able to elevate. We go and we vet through to find out whether or not a person was good on the job or bad on the job, and call their previous managers. Why is that process necessary? Why? Because it gives you an indication of who the person is. And I'm not just going to take somebody else's word for it because they say that I've changed. No, I'm not going for that. Behavior is an indication of whether or not you are or you aren't. It's as simple as that. The results matter. How you lived your life matter. Can't wake up tomorrow and then change how many D's have been inside of you.
You know, it's funny how we use past on almost everything. But all of a sudden, when picking the most important pick in your life, your partner, the person you're going to marry, have your kids and all this stuff, all of a sudden you don't want to use their past. You don't want to use the same criteria you use for literally everything else in life. Women. Please like, subscribe, comment down below. I really appreciate that. Catch you guys next time. Ciao.